you have the good fortune of visiting Bangkok in Thailand, why not do yourself a favor and go to the Temple of the Golden Buddha? Not only to see what is considered one of the world's largest solid gold objects, but to have a look at a little glass cabinet on the side where there is a piece of clay. Now this is where they tell the story of when they renovated the temple. At the time, what they had was this massive clay Buddha, and with the renovations, one of the cranes that was moving the statue slipped. As the statue fell, a huge crack appeared. Now, I'm sure pandemonium must have broken loose at the time, as people were freaking out about the damage that was done to what is considered to be a deeply sentimental, powerful religious artifact. As the rain started coming down, they covered the statue with canvas, and that night one of the guards went with a flashlight and just peeked under the canvas to make sure that no further damage was being done with the rain coming down. Now he was intrigued as the flashlight showed a reflection, and well, clay doesn't reflect light. So the next day they came to the statue and they started at the back, going a little bit deeper to see what is causing the reflection. Can you imagine the excitement when they discovered that underneath a thick layer of clay there was a golden statue? Now, the theory is that about 300 years ago, as the Burmese were infiltrating the country, the monks took the golden statue and covered it with clay and painted it so that it would appear to just be another statue without much value. Now, sadly, as the monks were massacred, their secret died with them. I believe everything happens for us. And this, my darling, is your time of discovering by taking off the cover, the clay cover with a pretty painted face, and remembering who you truly are. You see, darling, I see every woman as a radiant being of light. And yes, life has caused us to put this protective layer of clay in a sense of security, a false sense of security, by the way, in order for us to hide our bright, as we have so often been criticized or put down or raped or whatever the pain is that you have gone through, and then putting yourself in this protective layer. Now, this layer can take many different forms. For some, this layer is like physical extra weight that they put on. For others, this layer is toxic relationships. For some, this layer is poverty and struggle, or anxiety and overwhelm. Whatever that identity or the layer is that you have taken on, so that people will look at you differently and not actually revere you for the power that you are. I am here to tell you today that it might just be time for you to crack that layer open even further and allow me to see you shine. Tell me, how would your life be different if you owned your queen energy, showing up in the world with certainty and confidence in building your empire of impact? If you reclaimed the warrior that is within you, being that woman with purpose and passion, and showing up with a mission that is unshakable, giving you the courage to take action in the face of your fear. How would your life be different if you allowed yourself to receive the abundance of love that is available to you at every single moment, understanding that the abundance of the universe is like the radiant sun. It shines down on everybody, but you might have a little umbrella up, not allowing yourself to receive it. How would your life be different if you allowed yourself to be the wise woman that you know you are, sharing your wisdom with others, thereby impacting generations to come and leaving a legacy? How would your life be different if instead of surrounding yourself with people who are jealous, with people who are continuously putting you down, cutting you down, sharing their misery and suffering with you day in and day out, you started surrounding yourself with like-minded women who celebrate themselves and you, who uplift, who are always challenging themselves to be better because they know they can be? What would it be like if you, instead of struggling and feeling ashamed to reach out, finally gave yourself permission to say, fuck this bullshit, reclaim yourself, reignite your passion, reprogram your mind, and be the alpha divine that you came here to be? What would change in your life? And then, what will you choose? Because the opportunity is available to everybody, but very few will ever have the courage to choose themselves. For we are programmed to believe that everybody else should come before us, that self-love is selfish, that self-appreciation makes us full of ourselves, that self-acceptance is simply not possible because we can never be enough, we can never do enough, we can never accomplish enough in order for us to be worthy and deserving of our dreams and desires. It is time to reprogram your mind with your truth. And if you are going to be one of the very few women who says yes to herself, who says yes to her queen self, who says yes to her warrior self, who says yes to her lover self, who says yes to her wise self, who says yes to her alpha, then it will be my absolute delight and pleasure to welcome you into the Thrive Freedom Program. This is 10 weeks of deep diving, of questioning everything, of reconnecting to your truth, of opening yourself up to receive abundance and pleasure and magic and impact, conviction, confidence, and from this space, choose a life of thrive, whatever that looks like for you, unapologetically and proud women of this time. The Thrive Freedom Program is where we take every single aspect of your life and we take off that clay mask and we let the golden light shine through. This is about lasting transformation. This is about lasting satisfaction. So if you are one of the very few women who are ready to thrive, then read all the details below and I will see you on the inside of the Thrive Freedom Program. After all, darling, only death is inevitable. Thrive is the choice of the brave. Live with honor and a shit ton of badassery. You know I love you. Cheers.